Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at the preposition aan. How do you use aan? Well, there are mainly 4 ways to translate aan. The first one is to. For example, ze geeft het aan hem. She gives it to him. And you may know, well, you can also translate to as naar. For example, ik stuur het naar hem. I send it to him. All right. So what's the difference between aan and naar here? Naar will generally be a direction to send something in a particular direction. For example, also, we gaan naar Nederland. We're going to the Netherlands. And there you see, you're going in a particular direction. So then generally you would use naar. So that's it for aan as to. Aan can also be translated as on. For example, de poster hangt aan de muur. The poster is hanging on the wall. And you can use aan as well as on, as in the opposite of. For example, is het licht aan of uit? Is the light on or off? Or is it switched on or off? And you may think, well, on, can't we also use a preposition op there? And that's true, but op generally means physically on. And aan, it's the some of the other uses, as in de poster hangt aan de muur. And it's very important to know that verbs use a fixed preposition, which means that they will have a preferred preposition they will be using, and hangen will typically use aan. The third translation is at, and is a little more complicated, but okay. For example, ben je aan het station? Are you at the station? And there you may think, well, I've heard another preposition which is bij. And yes, you can also say, ben je bij het station? And while doing research for this video, I came across the official website of the Dutch language that said that aan apparently is used in Belgium. To me, aan and bij are more or less the same, but apparently in the Netherlands, aan is not used in this context. So I'm from Belgium, so to me they both feel the same. Also, some verbs, for example, studeren aan de universiteit. And it's not a verb, it's the noun. It's the universiteit will typically take aan to say at university. If you're saying in the universiteit, then you're saying that you're really in the university. That doesn't mean at university. All right. The fourth meaning after to, on, at is along. For example, we zijn aan de kust. We are along the coast. Good. So let's take a few examples here. What does it mean? What are the differences here? For example, we zijn naar de zee, we zijn aan de zee, we zijn op de zee, or we zijn bij de zee. Well, we zijn naar de zee, that means that we're going or we're leaving towards the sea. You're in a hotel and you're saying, oh, we zijn naar de zee, we're going to the sea. So, see you. We zijn aan de zee means that we're along the sea. We're lying on the beach and we're at the sea, but we're along the sea. We zijn op de zee means we are on the sea, we are on a boat or in whatever you're using to be on the sea with, but do not confuse it with we zijn in the sea. We are in the sea, then you're with your body in the sea. Or I hope you're not going to sink or anything in the sea. We zijn in the boat in the sea, but that means that you're really in. And we zijn bij de zee means we're in the vicinity of the sea. Good. A last point about aan, don't forget in Dutch there are separable verbs. If you've never heard of that, there's a little link coming there. It just means that verbs sometimes separate when they're conjugated. But do click the link if you're more interested in separable verbs. And some of the separable verbs separate with the aan. For example, hij komt aan, he arrives. Good. See you in the video for the separable verbs, and tot ziens. And while editing this video, I realized there's another aan you can use, and it's the aan that indicates the present continuous, like you see here. Ik ben aan het lopen. I am running. You always use it with a het and in front of the infinitive you see there. Lopen, aan het lopen, but luckily I made a video about that you see appearing here on the left above. See you there.